Bust alert. I got 4 players for Fantasy Football 2025 that are screaming regression. Yes, bust alert. So important video here. I'm going to break down the 4 players. The last one, you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. I'm going to tell you, it's a big name. This guy's going to regress. I'll tell you who it is and why. So big episode here. Again, in the SUV, getting ready to pick up my kids. I thought I'd put out some content here for you. Keep it going here in the off season. We are like 10 days away from the NFL draft. I'm super excited, man. I cannot wait to see where these rookies land. Omarion Hampton, Ashton Genty, just to name a few. And some of these rookies like Cam Ward and others, it's going to be exciting, man. I cannot wait. Landing spot is crucial on how they succeed for Fantasy Football 2025 and beyond. So again, if you're new to the channel, smash it, tap it, stop it. If you love fantasy football, if you love NFL news, this is the channel. Make sure you guys follow my social at Fantasy Football Counselor, where I'm breaking news and just being straight up honest with you guys. Turn on notifications here, turn on notifications on Insta, everywhere, guys. And of course, grab the 60-round draft so you can get in right now for a special price, 20% off. Use code DRAFT. All the sleepers, all the breakouts, all the optimal players, grab 60 rounds. You will be light years ahead of your league mates, aka the sheep, aka the Consheepsis. All right, guys, grab 16 rounds right here. There it is, baby, right there. 16 rounds. The draft solution. Grab it. You'll be light years ahead of the sheep. Use code DRAFT to save 20%. I've linked it below. All right, let's talk about these 4 players here and drop a comment below. Let me know. Make it interactive. What do you guys think? The first one, I've already talked about it in a bunch of other videos, so this one's going to sound familiar if you listen to my channel regularly, but I'm going to double down on it. I'm going to triple down on it. And the guy I'm talking about is Derrick Henry, 31 years of age. 325 attempts last year, just under 2,000 yards, 16 touchdowns, finished 4th amongst running backs. I will tell you this, man, regression is going to happen eventually. Remember years ago, I would say like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe longer, a lot of people weren't even into Henry. And I was like, dude, Henry's a beast. Like, they had Damian Williams ahead of Derrick Henry. And I've been riding the Henry train. I've been happy with the Henry train. And I've been really, really grateful for the Henry train. I think he's a great player, and I did a video recently of him running up a hill, which isn't that amazing. Anyone can really run up a hill. I guess he did it aggressively, and he had some sort of weight on his back and blah, blah. Dude, he was just running up a hill. And we've kind of seen everything that Derrick Henry can offer. Like, you know, you might get the explosive play here and there at this point, but it's Derrick Henry. What you see is what you get. But when is the year going to happen where he actually declines and it's game over? It very well could be this year, man. I'm just kind of like over the Henry thing. I'm looking for new blood. I'm looking for the youth. I'm looking for some of these rookies to see where they land to be the next Derrick Henry. I'm looking towards the future, and I'm just kind of like moving away from Derrick Henry. I just don't want to be there when the fall off year happens, which could very well be this year. Now, some people will disagree. They'll say it's a good year for Henry. He's got a good offense, and I kind of see that, but I'm just not going to be doing it. I'm not going to be sold on Derrick Henry being, you know, this good for this long. It fall off years imminent. I'm not going to be there to you know, catch him when he falls, essentially. And I probably can't even carry the 300 plus pounds. I can't catch him anyway if he fell. So don't want to be there. Okay. Number 2 here. Number 2. Okay. This guy, you know, I'm not a fan of him at all as a person. Well, we got to take that out of it. The guy I'm talking about is Tyreek Hill. Why am I not a fan as a person? I like more of the, what's the word? Put your head down and focus kind of player. Like, you don't see Saquon Barkley with the same news headlines as a Tyreek Hill. Saquon Barkley, again, I'm just, you know, it's hard to compare players. Everyone's got different lives and stuff like that. But Saquon Barkley just does what he's got to do. He's a nice family man as far as I know. I can't say anything. I don't know him. He seems loyal to his wife, right? He just kind of embodies integrity, right? And work ethic and stuff like that. When I see Tyreek Hill, I see a guy who's extremely egotistical. I just saw a video with him on his social. I think it was, he had TFO, right? The amazing U.S. Tennis player. I'm pronounced, that's his nickname, TIAFOE, TFO. You guys look him up, okay? Amazing tennis player. And he's standing there talking to him. He's like, I could see myself beating you at tennis. Or I don't know the exact quote. Basically saying he can kind of compete with, you know, a professional tennis player at tennis because he's athletic and he's got good lateral movement. I'm like, dude, you are delusional. He's got a major ego. But anyways, I can get into like that, all that stuff. He's had a bunch of legal issues and stuff that's, you know, didn't get charged for, but could have gotten in trouble for, and just, threw his money around. Anyway, besides the fact, the guy, take his off-field issues out, the guy did regress last year. He just didn't look as good as he did. 81 receptions, 959 yards, only 6 touchdowns. Tua, him and his whole injury past, concussion scare, thin ice stuff. Like, he's always on thin ice. You never know when he's going to get concussed. So, I don't know. I just asked myself, like, a guy who's, 31 years old in his 10th season at wide receiver. Last year, everybody had him in the first round. I was like, don't draft him. He ended up finishing 18th, so he's significant bust last year on his ADP, now sitting at wide receiver 13. I don't know, man. 10th season, a lot of off-field stuff, talk of a possible trade. I don't know. I'm just done with the Tyreek thing. I had him years ago when he was on the Chiefs, when everybody was kind of on the Antonio Brown stage, and Antonio was kind of coming down and Tyreek's kind of coming up. And I was kind of caught that curve when he was trending up. And I'm just like, dude, I think that's the end of the line. He could have another good season, right? Depends on if a team wants to carry that type of baggage, essentially, that is Tyreek Hill. So I'm out on him for sure. Let me know what you guys think, okay? The next one here is Puka Nacua, sitting at wide receiver 4. Again, 11, what do you have? 79 receptions, 11 games what he played last year. So he didn't play the full season. 990 yards, 3 touchdowns. Now, you're looking at a guy who is extremely expensive, sitting as wide receiver 4 on the Sheep rankings. I admire the talent. I know he's good, but they bring in Adams as well, who's a veteran who's going to demand the ball. I don't know, man. I just don't feel comfortable with him as a top 4 receiver, knowing he didn't finish the entire season last year, didn't finish as a top 5 receiver. And I think the Sheeps are saving face. They do a lot of copy and paste, but sometimes they save face with certain players. I get the youth, I get the upside, I get the ability. This guy's already talked about, like, retiring and playing basketball or something like that overseas when he hits the age 30. So when somebody says that, it's like, do you really love football that much? Like, that you're willing to leave something that you could really build a legacy and pad your stats? We see guys like LeBron playing forever. Ovi just did really well. Ovechkin breaking Gretzky's records for most goals or whatever it is. It's like, okay, that's cool. These guys are passionate. They're lifers, right? But for this guy to be talking about, like, leaving football when he hits 30 to go play another sport really questions my integrity, his integrity towards the sport, I should say. So I have some question marks about Puka. Number one is just very, very expensive, okay? The last guy here, again, this is going to shake a lot of heads, roll a lot of eyebrows, or whatever you want to call it, but regression is 100% imminent. The guy I'm talking about is Lamar Jackson. Listen, QB number 1 last year, amazing, 430 fantasy points. Now listen to this, 41 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. That is wild. He's never done that before. The fact that he has never done that before tells me he's probably never going to do it again. 3rd in rushing attempts, pretty awesome, getting it done on the ground. But the last time he achieved numbers that he did last year, similar numbers, was 2019. We had 415 fantasy points, 36 touchdowns to 6 interceptions, good ratio, but 41-4 for a guy like Lamar Jackson who doesn't throw 40 touchdowns a year. He just doesn't do it. And he's got Flowers, and they brought in, like, washed up Hopkins as his receivers. Like, come on, man. And I looked at his touchdowns from 2020, 2023. 2020 he had 26 touchdowns. 2021 he had 16 touchdowns. In 2022 he had 17 touchdowns, and then in 2023 he had 24 touchdowns. He does not throw for more than 27 touchdowns in a season. But he had this anomaly year last year, and I just don't see it being sustainable. So, yes, a lot of people are going to invest early in Lamar Jackson. He's going to be expensive. And I definitely see the talent. I definitely see the work ethic. I think he's a good player. I just don't see him duplicating the numbers that he had last year because he's never done it before. And that was just an amazing pinnacle year for the guy. So those are my thoughts here. Lamar Jackson, Puka, Tyreek, Derrick Henry. I'm just fading these guys, and I definitely see the talent, especially for this young, like a Puka Nacua. Amazing. It's just I don't want to pay the price tag, and guys like Henry and Tyreek over 31. I'm looking for the youth, man. I'm just looking for the youth, the upside. I'm looking for something fresh, something that could really take off and just hit the moon. Those are the players I look for, and I can get them for better value as well. So let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment below. I'm gonna keep the content rolling here for you. We're getting the nicer weather out here, so these SUV rants will be a lot better mood for, when I'm doing them. But let me know what you guys think. I appreciate it, guys. Subscribe, smash it, tap it, slap it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Go grab 60 rounds. Use code SMASH to save. We'll talk soon. I appreciate everybody. Smash it. I'm out.